Welcome everyone to episode 2 of the CometCast. I'm Travis Garner here with my co-host
Brandon Taylor.
and we're back with another episode. And this week we have another special guest from the Olivet College athletic family.
Hi everyone, I'm Taka. I'm part of the Olivet Swim and Dive program, and
Can you tell us your hometown as well?
Yeah, my hometown is Yokosuka, Japan, but I graduated high school from Poway in California.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, he's not used to the weather here in Michigan.
One time I've been to Japan. It was fun. It was different. I had visited Tokyo.
Oh, nice. Tokyo's awesome. It's a fun place.
I don't remember the place, but I remember this like the little part. It was like Harajuku.
Oh yeah, Harajuku. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a fun area to be.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But let's get into sports. So how did you get into swimming?
I got into swimming when I was a young kid. When I was, what was it, like 3 or 4?
Okay.
My parents make fun of me and just say they threw me in the water to see if I swam. If I didn't swim, I'd kind of just be left in the pool until I started to swim. So that's my background for that.
Okay.
I used to be a multi-sport athlete until my freshman year when I had to pick between swimming and baseball. And I decided to pick swimming because I was a little better at it and it was a little more fun.
Okay. That's always a tough one to choose between sports and stuff like that. But I'm glad you found your niche. But you got any cool stories, like any stories you want to tell us about swimming that like just stick out to you?
Yeah, I mean, I was out in San Diego when we had a small regional meet, and we had some Chinese national swimmers come in to swim at the meet, and I got to race a guy who went the 8th fastest time in the world at the time, right next to me, and blow past me, and that was actually really cool. You know, it just showed like how much more space there is, or how much more room there is to grow. So that was pretty cool.
Okay. I'm gonna kick it off to Travis.
All right, Taka. So this is going to be a little bit more of a casual segment here. It's called 20 questions rapid fire. So basically, it's just going to be 20 basic questions. We're just random stuff to know about you, and we're going to go through them real quick. So sound good?
Sounds good.
So first off, your favorite food. You could maybe give us, because I know you're from Japan, so you can maybe give us a favorite Japanese food and a favorite American food.
Ooh, I'm probably have to go sushi on this one for Japanese food and American food. I gotta go with steak. You know,
Steak,
classic traditional American food. Nice big steak on the plate.
Definitely. Your favorite restaurant.
Gotta say, there's a Japanese steakhouse in Japan. It's called Kalbi House. That's one of the best restaurants I've ever been to.
Favorite sport outside of your own.
So baseball.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of inferred that from the first segment, but favorite team?
Padres all the way. Gotta root for the hometown, you know.
Absolutely. Favorite color?
Yellow. Yellow's my favorite color.
Our last guest said yellow too, so
really?
Maybe yellow's a little more popular than I think.
Second favorite's pink and red and stuff like that. So.
Favorite vacation you've ever been on?
Ooh, probably Hawaii. Going to the Big Island and getting to see the volcanoes and all the wildlife in both in the ocean and in the on land too. That's pretty cool.
Did you have a favorite place that you went to in Hawaii, like a favorite specific tourist destination or anything?
I want to say it's Hilo. They had what was it? It was just like it's a super touristy area, and I got some dolphins there, so it was pretty cool.
Nice. Did you run across any ABC stores while you were there?
No.
They're on every corner.
Yeah, they are. Honolulu, it definitely had a whole bunch of them.
Yep. So kind of piggybacking off of that, if you could go anywhere in the world that you haven't been, where would that be?
Definitely Europe. I want to go to Europe.
Okay. Any specific area in Europe?
Probably Western Europe because I mean, definitely want to go to Germany because I've studied German. That's one place I want to try to get to go, and then probably the UK because I've heard some interesting things about the UK.
Your favorite beverage?
Ooh, probably go with some oolong tea right there, or some milk tea. Can't go wrong with either teas.
Some what tea?
Oolong tea or milk tea.
Are they the same thing or are they different?
They're a little different. Oolong teas brewed from a different leaf than milk tea. Milk tea is just black tea with some creamer in it with a lot of sugar. So
Can't go wrong with sugar.
oh, never can.
Your favorite season?
Ooh,
I mean, don't they kind of all run together in California?
yeah. In San Diego, we don't really have seasons, so it's a little hard to answer that one. But I gotta say fall because you get to watch the leaves turn from green to a red, yellow, and watch them fall, and just it's just a beautiful sight.
Absolutely. This is a good question because I know you're a car guy. Dream car?
Oh, I want a nice 1968 Chevy Nova. Those are nice,
Okay.
nice looking cars. So,
Novas are nice. I love Novas.
oh yeah,
Pretty much any year from like 68 to like 72. Can't go wrong.
oh yeah, they're nice, super nice.
Favorite TV show that could be of all time or currently?
Oh man, definitely had to go with some anime here and say One Piece. Been
Okay.
following that for a long time, so yeah.
Yeah, anime is super popular. I guess I didn't really realize how many people are like super into anime, and but yeah, anime is definitely it's a niche, but there's a lot of people that are into it.
Yeah, I'm following like 6 different shows right now. It's a little bad.
I was gonna say, can it get hard to follow? You know, when you're following a lot of different shows and
Not really. They each have their own unique plot and like their unique characters, so it's a little easy to follow. It's a lot of fun though.
aren't they like aren't some series like thousands of episodes?
Yeah, One Piece is like at 962 right now, I want to say, and then in the manga they have like 1,005 chapters right now. So
Goodness,
yeah.
that's a you're in for the long haul if you get into one of those shows.
Yeah, you got like another. He said there's another 5 years of One Piece that's gonna go on. So
Oh
got
my
5 more years.
goodness.
Yeah.
Favorite movie?
Ooh.
You can give us like a top three if you can't think of one.
I gotta say, my number one's probably Howl's Moving Castle by Studio Ghibli in Japan. It's a pretty good movie. And then I think it's called in English. It's called The Wind Rises. It's also by Studio Ghibli, and those two are really good movies. So I like those.
Okay, might have to check those out. Do they have? I'm assuming they're all in Japanese.
Yeah, they have dub versions of it
They
too,
have dub
so you can
versions.
watch it in
Okay,
English. Yeah,
gotcha. Cool.
gotta make it English friendly, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, any hidden talents?
I don't know. I don't think I do. I can't really think of any.
anything that you're like really good at that like people be like, wow, how are you good at that?
Uh, Throwing some random food together in a pan and just cooking it and actually making it taste good. I guess that's a
That's fair.
random talent.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Cooking with random items is I would consider that a talent. Um, favorite music genre?
Ooh, gotta go with rock. Yeah, just the all rounder rock.
Okay, so like 80s classic rock or
It goes
modern.
from like 60s to 80s classic rock. They're all great bands right there through the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and then got a little bit of Japanese rock sprinkled in there. You know,
Okay,
a big variety, guys. So,
big variety, big rock variety guy.
oh yeah.
Your favorite artist, music artist?
Ooh, right now it's a Japanese band called Yoasobi. They I just stayed up till when I woke up at 3 a.m. to this morning to watch their live concert today. So definitely them right now.
What's your favorite song by them? You think?
Oh, it's in English called "Racing into the Night." It's a really good song. It's actually pretty cool.
I mean, I would call them your favorite band if you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch a virtual concert. I would say they're
Yeah.
your favorite band for sure. Um, all right. So this kind of goes along with the last question. What's a song that you have completely memorized?
I have a lot of songs that are completely memorized, which is kind of bad, but also kind of cool. I know a lot of the Led Zeppelin songs, just word for word,
Mm-hmm.
and I listen to a lot of Journey, listen to a lot of Eagles, Rolling Stones. Um, so I know a lot of their songs by heart. Stairway to Heaven, Kashmir, and then from the Eagles, like The Sad Cafe, The Long Run. Yeah, there's a lot of songs that I know off word for word. It's kind of bad, You
Yeah,
kind of remember.
it's kind of a vague question. So I mean,
Yeah,
like there's a lot of songs that people probably know by heart that you just grew up on or that you've listened to 100 times.
yeah. When you're swimming at a pool and you're practicing, you gotta remember some songs. So while you're swimming with your head underwater, you gotta be singing your own songs in your head, or else you're just sitting there with water rushing through by your ears for a whole 2 hours.
Right. Um, I guess I just came up with this question just now. So if let's say you're before meets or you're before practice or something, is there like a specific band or song that you listen to that like gets you amped up and gets you in the frame of mind to compete, or are you just kind of a silence guy?
I just listen to whatever hypes me up that day, whether that be EDM or heavy metal or hard rock or some Japanese punk rock or some Japanese pop. I just listen to whatever just I feel like the mood is today.
Okay, gotcha. Um, these questions go hand in hand. What is your biggest fear, and would you ever go skydiving?
Ooh, my biggest fear. I guess biggest fear would be like being allergic to beef because I know that's a thing, and if I can't eat meat, that's like, oh man, that's the end of the world for me right there.
Being allergic to
And
what?
yeah, beef, any beef
Oh,
products.
really? That's a thing?
Yeah, if you get bitten by a tick that was it that bit a cow before you, and then because apparently some of the blood from the cow goes back into your system, and your immune system attacks that, and then you become allergic to beef. Apparently that's a thing, and like that's my biggest fear of getting bit by a tick like that.
That is a very interesting biggest fear. I've never. It's not what I would have expected. But yeah,
you know, if
that would be scary.
yeah, if I can't eat any more beef, I can eat pork, I guess, and fish, but like beef is like I need my steaks. I need
Gotta
to
have
eat
that red
some.
meat.
Oh yeah, and yes, I'll definitely go skydiving. I've been indoor skydiving, and I definitely want to go out, like jump out of the airplane, kind of skydiving.
Are
That'd be
you
fun.
you don't have a fear of heights at all?
No, not really. Uh, Considering you go up in Japan, you go on like really tall skyscrapers to go visit stuff. I went to Taiwan, went up the Taipei 101, went to the very top floor and looked over the look out the window, and heights are a really cool thing. I've been flying airplanes since I was little because in Japan, there's not you got to fly everywhere, especially come to the U.S. Just got to fly back and forth. So
Right.
it's something I got used to.
Yeah. Next, biggest pet peeve.
I don't know. Not a lot of things bother me too much. Maybe just on a pool, like I hate trash talking a lot, especially when they can't back it up. Like that's I guess one of my biggest pet peeves.
So like, is that just in swimming or like in anything?
It's got to be in anything, Um, I mean, not only trash talking, I guess, but like just when people are talking over, like let's say a sports game, that's another big pet peeve of mine. You're just sitting there enjoying a
Right.
sports game, and then all of a sudden they just keep talking and talking and talking. It's like, hey man, I'm kind of trying to watch a show here, watch a sport right here, watching my favorite
I'm kind
baseball
of
team
busy right
play.
now.
Yeah.
So if you won the lottery, what's the first thing you'd buy?
Ooh, I'd probably buy a ticket home to Japan. That'd probably be the first thing I'd buy.
Okay. When's the last time
Yeah.
you went back to Japan?
2014 was the last time I went back to Japan. So it's been almost was 7 years if I do math correctly. Six,
So
7 years.
yes, 6, 7 years, something like that. So does your most of your immediate family live in California with you, or is it mostly in Japan?
Most of them live in the U.S. Mostly in San Diego, yeah. And then I got an uncle and an aunt still left in Japan.
Okay. Next, your favorite animal.
Ooh, probably dolphins.
Dolphins. Okay,
Oh yeah,
I like it. My
yeah, they're
favorite
so
animal is
playful.
my favorite animal is a seal. So kind of
Oh, yes.
they kind of go together.
Oh
Um,
yeah, they're so cute out in the water when you're out surfing. Dolphins play around you, the seals play around you. It's pretty cool.
yeah, absolutely. And then I don't know if you really have a preference on this last one, but dogs or cats?
I love them both. I'm unfortunately allergic to cats, but like if I see a cat, I'm still petting it. If it gets in my face, oh well, I'll just have to suffer with the consequences later. But I'll,
Right.
a dog or a cat, I'll pet and I'll give them all my love and affection for.
Yeah, even with the allergy, you pet the cat. Hashtag worth it.
Oh yeah, you know it.
All right, I'll kick it over to Brandon for the next segment here.
Okay. So this is basically just outside of sports. So like what's some hobbies that you have?
Oh, well, obviously, as I said earlier, surfing is one of my big hobbies that I started up last summer actually, during quarantine. And then another one's collecting baseball cards, which I also
Hmm.
started during quarantine because I had nothing better to do. All the swimming pools were closed, so I got
Yeah.
into collecting cards, and then I also got into surfing because the beaches were still open at the time. So,
Okay, okay. I was collecting football cards for a long time too as well.
oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty
definitely.
sick.
Definitely. But so like tell me about like your family and friends.
Well, I live at home with uh, my grandfather and both my parents, and then I have two younger sisters.
Okay.
Love them a lot, but they can be pretty annoying sometimes, as always, as with siblings. You know,
Definitely.
um,
And
yeah, and then
last, oh sorry.
oh, it's all good. And then I got a dog, got
Okay.
a Australian Shepherd. His name's Diesel. Super
Diesel.
cute. Yeah,
Okay,
he
okay.
looks like he has diesel spots on his side. It looks like so. The breeder called him Diesel, and we just kept it that way because me and my sisters were fighting over a name, and we're like, seems fair enough to keep what the breeder named him.
Right there. That's cool. That's cool. Any inspirations?
Ah, just live a fulfilling but fun life. That's about it.
All right, so the next segment here for you, Taka, is just basically some questions about Olivet, about your time here and what you've been up to. So, what drew you to Olivet? I know swimming probably
uh,
was a big part of it, but was there anything else?
yeah, it was the swimming, especially because I got recruited out from California, and then definitely the teachers, the professors out here. They're so like they're so personal with you. It's not like you're just another number at all these bigger schools. I went to community college before I came out here, and at that community college, you were pretty much just another number because they had like 5,000 students, and we'd go into a classroom with like 50 plus kids. So they didn't really give you the time, love, and care that the professors here give you if you ask for it. So that definitely drew me here, especially the one-on-ones with the advisors that you can get. And then it's I guess the family vibe of the swim team. Everyone's so close. Everyone's super friendly. I guess everyone across campus is super friendly too. It's a nice environment to be in.
Definitely. Excuse me. Definitely. Um, I guess you kind of touched on it already, but what do you like about it here at Olivet?
As I said, just the family vibe. Everyone's pretty friendly. It's just a whole new other culture for me to like get used to because I went from a culture in Japan to a culture in San Diego, and now I get a nice Olivet culture. I've never actually been in like a small town like Olivet before. Like this, I wouldn't really call Olivet a town. I'd call it like the country. And then I'd call Lansing like a small town. San Diego would be like a larger town, and LA would be a big city. It's just a different way of seeing things after growing up in Japan, and it's so weird how personal people get with you over here. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. like I would go down to street eats and they'd recognize me. Oh, you always come down here. Here, have some. We got this flavor in today, so you should eat some. You should try some of this. If you go down to the Willow Tree, she's super friendly down there too, and that's just not something you really get at like anywhere else. So it's pretty cool, just the environment and the culture you guys have out here.
Absolutely. And I'm just going off of my knowledge, I guess. I feel like it'd be a little bit of a cultural shock to grow up in Japan and then move to San Diego and then come to little Olivet. I feel like it'd be a little bit of a culture shock.
Oh yeah, definitely. There was definitely a culture shock when I came from San Diego to here. It took about a year for me to get like adjusted to this small town culture, which now I'm like accustomed to it, I guess is the best way to put it. So
Yeah, it doesn't take long when you get here, and you pretty much the culture's pretty much ingrained into you after a couple weeks, and you're good most of the time.
yeah.
Any cool Olivet stories?
Let's see. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Definitely got to be when I first came onto the swim team. Unfortunately, it's all around the swim team. It's I wish I made more memories outside the swim team, but at the same time, the swim team's my family, so it's like it's hard to get away from them sometimes. It's
Right.
It's great, but at the same time, it's like it's also a little kind of sad on my end. I think it's a little sad, but it's also just so many opportunities come up with the swim team. But just we always screw around in the swim team. We have fun. That's our number one goal, to have fun while we compete. So we'd have home meets and we'd make all these wild cheers or stuff like that. We would also go to when we went to Florida. That was also a lot of fun. I know that's outside of Olivet, but and then there was one memory that I really like. We had the business fair, was it the job fair last year, and I talked to my advisor about what to wear, and he's like, just wear San Diego clothes. So I came in when it was snowing out with flip flops, shorts, and aloha shirt, and walked in, and I almost got kicked out by the insurance guys because they're like, "You're not wearing dress code." I'm like, "I'm dressed business casual for San Diego standards."
Business casual for San Diego.
It was definitely an interesting time. It was a lot of fun. Definitely a big culture shock for them on the insurance side because they're like, you can't do that. And my advisor luckily was in the area. He's like, yeah, no, I told him to do this. So that was a lot of fun.
I could just imagine you walking around at a business fair with flip flops and a aloha shirt on. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Amazing to see. So what are some of your plans after graduation?
Ooh.
And I know you got a little while yet, but
I mean, I don't really plan that far ahead. I just live life wherever it takes me. So as of right now, hopefully I'll get a job and hopefully I'll go somewhere that I haven't been to and get to explore and have a new culture. That's about it. It's super vague. I know I don't have a set in stone, like, oh, I want to do this and that. I feel like if I do it that way, I would miss some opportunities down the road, and I don't want to miss these opportunities. So I decided to keep my road open to any changes that might come my way.
Heck yeah, man. That's the way to live right there. So I believe that about wraps it up. Taka, thank you very much. I'm Travis Garner.
I'm Brandon Taylor.
And thank you guys for listening to this episode of the CometCast. And as always, roll comets.